Welcome to the session. In the session, we are going to discuss how to write the basic select statement in SQL. Now let's directly go into an example. Now I have an employee table here. Suppose I want to display all the employees who belong to department number 10. So I have a condition here. I want to know the details of employees who belong to department number 10. So condition is department number equal to 10. So any query, you have to start using three keywords: select, from, and where. So now what you want to select? You want to select all the employees, all the details. So you need all the attributes. So give a star. From here you have to give the name of the table. Name of the table is EMP. Now what is the condition? The condition is department number should be equal to 10. Okay, very simple. Here you have to write the condition. So you can see only employees who belong to department number 10. Suppose you have another condition. Okay, you want to know the details of employee who belong to department number 10 and doesn't get a commission. Okay, so here you can see the commission columns are null for certain rows, right? 0 is different from null. So you want to know which employee belong to department number 10 and doesn't get a commission. Okay, so you have one more condition, and so here you have to include the second condition using and operator, and then you have to write commission is null. So whenever you are comparing with null, you cannot use equal to symbol. You have to use is operator. Okay, so if you want to check whether commission is null, you have to use is null. You want to check where the commission is not null, then you have to use is not null. Okay, so for null you cannot give equal to symbol, you have to use is operator. So now you can see these are the employees who belong to department number 10 and they doesn't obtain a commission. Okay, so similarly I can also use is not null. Okay, so for null you cannot give equal to sign. So here you can see this is not equal to null. As I told you, 0 is not equal to null. So here you have a 0, so it's not equal to null. Okay, now let's take one more example. Suppose you want to know the details of employee who is working in job clerk. Okay, so again any query will have three keywords: select, from, and where. Now what you want to display? You want to display all the details of the employee. From which table? Employee table. Now what is the condition? I told you the condition is job is equal to clerk. Now very important, when you give clerk, you can see the data that is stored in the table is capital letter. See, the query is not case sensitive. It's not case sensitive. You can write in capital letter or small letter, but the data that is stored inside the table is case sensitive. So you have to write in capital. So because it's stored in capital, you have to store in capital. So I want to know the details of employees whose job is a clerk. So now when you execute, you will get employees only who belong to clerk. Now suppose I have one more condition. I want to know the employee whose job is clerk and belong to department number 20. So and I have to add one more condition: department number equal to 20, and I want to check whether his name begins with S, starts with S. So suppose you want to find out the employee whose names begins with S or ends with S, or S is somewhere in between, not in the beginning, not in the end, somewhere in between. So it means you are checking for a pattern. Okay, so if you are checking for a pattern, you cannot give equal to, you have to use a like operator. So here I will write e name like. Okay, so I want to know whose name begins with S. So begins with S, so I have to write in the beginning S, and anything can come after S. Okay, to represent anything I have to write percentage. Okay, so now when I execute this, you can see this employee's name begins with S and he is a clerk and he belonged to department number 20. Suppose if I tell I want to know the employee whose name ends with the TH, end. So in the end you have to write a TH, and anything can come before, so you have to write percentage in the beginning. Okay, so you can see here the same result we get, because for this employee you can see it begins with th. Okay, so if you want to check for a pattern, then you have to use a like operator. Okay, now let's go to another type of query. Suppose I have more than one value. Suppose I want to know the details of employees who belong to department number 10, 20 and 30. So here I have only one value, so I have given equal to 20. Suppose I want to check for more than one value like 10, 20 and 30, then I cannot use equal to operator. In that case, I have to use in operator. So if I want to check for more than one value or multiple values, then I have to use in operator. So I have to use department number in 10, comma 20, comma 30. Okay. So now when I execute, I get all the employees who belong to 10, 20 and 30 and who is working as a clerk. Okay, suppose I want to know the details of employee who is not working in 10, 20. Okay, not working in department number 10 and 20. Then I can write here not in. Okay, so if you have multiple values to compare, you can use in operator and not in operator. Okay, so here you can see I will get, see, this employee is not in department number 10 and 20 and his job is a clerk job. Okay, okay, fine. Okay, now suppose if I want to know how many employees are there. Okay, I want to know how many employees are there. Just I want to display the count of the employee. Then any statement will have select, from and where. Okay, selects from and where. Now I want to display the count, the number of employees. So you can write count of employee number. Okay, either you can write employee number because employee number is unique here. So either you can write employee number, or if you give star also, it will give you the same result because every row is unique in the employee table. From EMP table, and there is no condition here because just you want to count the number of employees. So there is no condition here. So now this will give you how many employees are there. Suppose you want to count the employees who belong to department number 10, then there is a condition. Okay, so add the condition where department number equal to 10. Okay, so this will count only the employees, number of employees who belong to department number 10. So there are 3 employees who belong to department number 10. Okay, now if I want to know what is the maximum salary obtained by an employee, then anything will begin with select, from and where. So I want to know the max of salary, okay, from the employee table. Suppose you have a condition, I want to know which is the maximum salary for the employee who belong to department number 10. So I have a condition here, so then I will write department number equal to 10. If I don't have a condition, then there is no need for writing the where clause. So this will give you the maximum salary of an employee. Okay, so like that you can find the minimum salary, average salary, then minimum, maximum and average, and you can also find the sum of salary, total salary given for the department number 10. So that's all the basic select queries. So we will see in another session with another concept. Thank you for listening.